Hello, 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 freaks. Welcome back to Fallout, New Vegas.
Just as a warning, my covert bandaging skills are a little rusty.
Okay. All right.
Is there something else I can do?
What's up, Doug? How goes your research?
Promising, but I won't be able to synthesize the drug anytime soon. I really should get back to my work.
Surprised to find another human
I
here.
prefer the solitude, and having a bunch of super mutants around tends to keep things safe and quiet.
Okay, Arcade has asked me to gather all the former members of the Enclave into the Mojave.
I'm intrigued, so I'll go to this reunion. I'll be handing things over to Calamity, so talk to her if anything comes up. Oh, you'll need my word from the passphrase to get into the bunker. Friends. Don't forget it.
Don't forget it. A-G-L-E-T. Don't forget it. A-G-L. Okay, buddy.
Doc Henry always was a hard one to figure out. It didn't seem to matter whether he was working with humans or dogs. He had an equal lack of affection for both. A regular Diogenes. I'm not sure what the man was after. Knowledge is power, but to what end for Henry, I have no idea. The problem was what mattered to him, not its practical impact. He simply solved riddles because they existed.
I mean, I guess it seems kind of, I mean, I guess his work is what mattered.
Not everyone dreams of being a revolutionary, I suppose. Maybe we can't all change the world. Maybe it's enough just to do good for the short time that we're here. No one's going to sing Doc Henry's praises when he's gone. But he's probably saved more lives than I ever will.
Yeah, I guess, dude. I don't fucking know.
Bother someone else. I don't want anything to do with you.
Excuse me? Flip in your fucking head, douchebag. Alright. Let's go pop out of here. Pop. Mine. Oh god, my stomach hurts. Oh. My tummy hurts. Papa, my tummy hurts. Papa, please come help me. Just got water. Get my water, oh yeah. Love water. Water's nice. Doesn't super help with my tummy ache, but like... Tummy ache. My stomach ache, rather. I'm an adult. Thank you. Adults can have tummy aches too, you know. Okay? Dear old friends, remember Navarro. A-G-L-E-T. Acklet, don't forget it. A-G-L-E-T. Acklet, don't forget it. This was a triumph. I'm making a note here. Huge success. Hard to overstate my satisfaction. Judah Krager.
Mark my words. Won't be long before the lead. Glad to see you made it here all right. So, who are we going...
Are you going to deploy your squad?
Moreno, Johnson, Henry, and I will be the boots on the ground. Whitman will stay with the vertibird.
What is this place?
This was a minor refueling station for vertibirds. It seemed an appropriate place to stash our equipment if we ever needed it. I'm surprised this place hasn't fallen apart. When I put it into standby mode, I expected to return to it within a few years, not decades.
Alright, I mean, I guess I want you to help the NCR hold on.
Then that's the plan. We're gonna have a problem with Moreno, though. He won't like that we're helping the NCR. You'll have to talk to him.
Moreno, more like more stupid. Hey, the officer here. Can't you just order him to go along with
I
it?
stopped being Moreno's officer a long time ago. Everyone here respects me, but they don't need to follow my orders. Not anymore.
Will he be a liability?
He won't turn on us, but he's a good shot, and I'd hate to do this without him.
What's his problem with the NCR?
Day one, we didn't. It's as simple as that. The rest of us moved on while Moreno didn't. Still, I'm not convinced Moreno hates the NCR as much as he thinks he does. You still might be able to talk him out of leaving.
Okay. I'll talk to him.
You've got only one chance at this. I know Moreno. Once he's made up his mind about something, there's no changing it. Legion and NCR butt heads over Hoover Dam.
Okay.
I didn't come all the way out here just so we could save the fucking NCR. I'm out.
The Ruins come in, guns blazing, showing the NCR it's done. You actually don't want that?
I can't believe you've actually talked me into this.
That was easy.
Fine, I'm in. But don't expect me to hold my fire if any NCR troops get in the way.
Thanks for doing this. Getting them all back together again. I'll be honest, when Moreno started going off, I didn't think we'd all be walking out of there in one piece. I still don't know how this is all going to shake out in the end, but at least the Enclave can atone a bit for all the damage it's done.
You've certainly done your part.
I've been wondering about Daisy and the others for so long, I still haven't figured out what I should do. I mean, I'm not like them. I was born at Navarro, and my father served with them, but I wasn't really part of the Enclave. It seems presumptuous of me to think I could join the fight, even if this is a cause worth fighting for. Because I know when fighting breaks out at the dam, all hell is going to break loose in Freeside. They're going to need every doctor they can get.
I mean, if you're so sure it's going to be a bloodbath, maybe you should stay.
I figured you'd say that.
That's not...
Sometimes staying put is the best thing
That's
you
not
can do.
exactly what I meant.
I'll leave the fighting to the old war horses. It's what they were made for. I need to go take care of something before I set up at Freeside. I'll see you soon. And again, thanks for your help with the others.
Yeah. My equipment has
up?
been returned. What do you mean my equipment's been returned? What equipment? Okay.
Moreno's a stubborn son of a bitch, but he's also tougher than any of us. I'm glad you were able to talk him into staying. Since Whitman will be staying with the Vertibird, she's offered to give her old suit of power armor to you. You'll need special training to use it.
Okay.
The training might take several...
Hello.
I appreciate you keeping Orion in the group. And since I won't be needing my arm, it'll take a few hours to show you how to use it properly.
I already know how to
so
use it,
let's
but-
get started.
Oops. Sorry, Death Meat. Did not mean to do that. Nope. Death Meat, I'm... Okay, so since... What's-his-face is gone, and by what's-his-face I mean the arcade, let's go... progress with the Legion stuff. For a little bit. Oh, he's back.
Like I said, I needed to go do something. This is it. It belonged to my father. I thought I might wear it at Hoover Dam, but after you talked me out of it, I didn't see the point in hanging on to it any longer. I'm here because of you, so I figured you're the one most deserving of it. It should protect you from everything short of a plasma caster. And if you need anything...
Thanks. I'm honored.
It's the least I could do. All I ask is that you put it to good use. This place has lived in the shadow of Caesar for long enough. I may not be the one to help stop him here, but you are. Fortis fortuna adiuvat. Good luck. And goodbye.
Okay. Bye. Alright. This arcade is popped off. Let's go pop over to El Legiono and say, what's up? What's up? What's up?
By order of Caesar, all visitors must disarm and relinquish all banned items.
I don't know if you heard that, but fucking advertisements on my phone while it was loading. Here you go.
Your belongings will be returned to you when you leave. Wait.
Way. Zoom. Zoomy. Right till the morning. 7 a.m. wake morning. Get up. And trash.
You're slowing down.
I can't
Pick
wait
it up.
until they let me fight.
Pick it up. 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 Good job. Boom. 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 Ow. Boom. My toe hurts. Boom. 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 Really badly. Boom. 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 It hurts. Boom. 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 And I wish. Boom. Boom. It did.
You must enter Kaiser.
Oy vey.
Should have brought something to read.
Wait. There you go. Puppy! My name you, Jerry, and you, Samantha. Hello, Caesar.
I've read Mr. House's obituary. Had a high opinion of himself, didn't he?
Yeah,
With
I guess.
Mr. House out of the way, I can focus on smoothing out a few lingering complications elsewhere in the Mojave. First up are the boomers of Nellis Air Force Base. A tribe so reclusive, it lobs artillery shells at anyone who comes near their settlement. I want you to offer them an alliance with my legion. My terms are simple. Target their guns against the NCR side of the dam when I assault it, and they can keep their freedom. If you find they aren't amenable to this offer, destroy them.
Okay.
Good.
For you.
Your first challenge will be to reach their settlement without getting blown up.
Can I talk to you about your stupid
It's reached
shit?
me that you killed Silas before he could talk. I approve. Have you brought news?
I just had some questions. Tell me about the boomers.
The boomers settled at the old air base
Okay,
northeast of
boomy.
Vegas many years ago. No one knows exactly how long it's been. It may be that no one's traded with them or even spoken to them that entire time. If so, they're sitting on one hell of a stockpile of ammunition.
You know anything about the society?
My scouts have seen people moving around the base. The perimeter's guarded, with spotters and towers directing the artillery fire. They must have extraordinary vision. Some of my scouts were targeted at extreme distances. So no, I can't tell you what to expect inside the base. No one's been inside it, except them.
Oh. What else? Are your bodyguards special in any way?
My Praetorians embody the martial ideals of my legion. Each one of them has done enough conquering and killing to deserve the rank of Centurion. Instead, I invited them to join my guard. So the invitee chooses whichever current guard he thinks is weakest and challenges him. The fight is to the death. It keeps them from getting complacent.
Oh. As long as Lucius was the head of your
Lucius has been the head of my guard for 5 years now. He was a subordinate guard for 8 before that. No invitee has dared to challenge him yet. Maybe it's an issue of respect. He is getting on in years.
Oh. What else? I've heard rumors of Legalanus. What's his
Linnaeus
story?
is the greatest of my battlefield commanders. Some might call him a great man, but I'm not sure he qualifies. Once, he was the greatest warrior of the Hydebarks, a tribe of the Arizona. Maniacal in battle. Sometimes he'd ambush Legion patrols, by himself. When after several months we found and surrounded the Hyde-Barks camp, their chieftain raised a banner of surrender. The warrior who was not yet Linnaeus went insane with rage. He struck down his chieftain and attacked his own tribe.
Oh, wow. What happened when he attacked his own tribe?
He killed 15 before they brought him down. He didn't die, obviously. I had him tended to. He was maimed, most of his face torn off. It was days before he regained consciousness. When he did, I went to his bedside and showed him the helmet I'd had forged to cover his face. I said he could have it if he'd fight for me. He accepted, on condition that he be allowed to kill the surviving males of his tribe. I said, make it the adult males, and you have a deal.
Sounds more like a savage than a general.
Linnaeus is savage. Savagely loyal, too, but only to me. He has no love for my legion. But this has its uses. He has no attachment to his men, no compunction about battlefield losses. All he cares about is destroying the enemy. When another legatus or a centurion fails to achieve results, I send Linnaeus to make things right. His first step is to beat the failed commander to death in front of his assembled troops. Then he orders the ritual of decimatio.
Oh, is that decimation?
It means decimation. But in ancient Rome, the word had a very specific meaning. A punishment for cowardice. The legionaries are lined up in ranks. Every 10th man steps forward and is beaten to death by his brothers. It instills a certain robust obedience.
I'm sure. And he's going to lead the assault?
Yes. This time my legionaries will be more frightened of the commander behind them than the enemy before them. There will be no failure this time, no retreat, no years of gathering slaves and resources for another assault. With Linnaeus to drive the legion forward, the dam will be taken. It will be our
Grandpa, let's get
bridgehead across the Colorado.
You get it like that, May? Why did the Legion lose the first battle?
It's not going to happen again. That's all I have to say about it.
Or the commander of the first battle was called the Burned Man.
And I've heard it's a bad idea to tempt the wrath of Caesar. Change the subject.
Okay, something else. How'd you capture Benny?
I'll hand it to that piece of shit. He was determined. He used some kind of old-world stealth device to get across the river in a Legion boat. Seems the device ran out of juice once he got here, but he was dressed like a legionary. He was caught just outside the weather station. See, thing is, he didn't change his hairstyle. To go to all that effort and fail because you're too vain to mush your hair.
Oh, yeah. What happened after he was caught?
He was brought before me along with the platinum chip. That's how I knew he wasn't some kind of profligate infiltrator. Benny tried to sell me a story, but Lucius has a way of coaxing the truth out of captives. Everything just comes spilling out.
Something else. What do you think of the NCR?
Do you want my opinion as a former citizen or future conqueror? Actually, my opinion's the same either way. As a young man, I was taught to venerate President Tandy of Shady Sands, the founding mother of the new California Republic. Did you know her presidency lasted 52 years? And that her father, Aradesh, was the Republic's first president? Does that sound like a democracy to you? Or a hereditary dictatorship?
But wasn't she voted into office each time?
Because the council didn't dare oppose her. She was too popular. She had the people's love. So things ran smoothly, more or less. And as soon as she was gone, as soon as there really could be democracy, what happened then? Ever since losing its queen, the NCR has been weaker, more diffuse. Democracy has been its weakness, not its strength.
How's the NCR weak?
Greed runs rampant. The government is corrupt, accepting bribes from Brahmin barons and landowners to the detriment of citizens. The NCR is a loose conglomerate of individuals looking out for themselves. It's lost virtue. No one cares about the collective, the greater good. It's not built to last. I'm just hastening the inevitable.
I'm sure. Surely it's a powerful foe?
Of course. the most powerful my legion has faced. Also the first to which I am ideologically opposed. Until now, every tribe I've conquered has been so backwards and stunted, enslavement has been a gift bestowed upon them. My conquest of the Mojave will be a glorious triumph, marking the transition of the Legion from a basically nomadic tribe to a genuine empire. Just as my namesake campaigned in Gaul before he crossed the Rubicon, so have I campaigned and will cross the Colorado.
Okay, buddy. How do you know about Mr. House?
I know he's dead. I know he's no longer a factor. That's all I need to know. Losers don't matter in the history books. He's a fucking footnote.
Oh, okay. Something else. Yeah. Fuck House. What role will regional powers play in the conflict?
I've analyzed the region's tribe to determine how they might be useful. I may tell you more at a later time, if it suits me.
Talk about something else. How did you rise to power?
Ironically, I was born a profligate myself, a citizen of the NCR. My family lived not far from the Great Boneyard. After raiders killed my father, my mother sought the followers' protection. I was 2 years old. She found work at their library, cooking and cleaning. I learned how to read, and soon I was taking courses, free of charge.
Follower of the apocalypse?
Oh yes, raised in that tradition. And the teaching stuck. I was taught it was my responsibility to bring the torch of knowledge to the wastes. I may have taken the torch part more literally than they intended.
Changed you from a follower
When
to
I
a
was
dictator.
20, the followers sent me east to Grand Canyon. It was my first expedition. Just me and a physician named Calhoun. As an anthropologist and linguist, my assignment was to learn the dialects of the Grand Canyon tribes. What a fucking waste of time.
Why would learning dialects be a waste of time?
If you think it's worthwhile to make smart people learn how to talk like backward savages, you're a follower of the apocalypse. Or an idiot. Anyway, we met up with a Mormon missionary who already knew a bunch of dialects. Joshua Graham. He was supposed to teach me. But before that went too far, the Blackfoot tribe captured us to hold us for ransom. They were a backward bunch. But the real problem was, they didn't know how to fight.
What's wrong with the Blackfoot?
The Blackfoot were at war with 7 other tribes, each just as pissant as they were. But outnumbered like that, they weren't going to last long. It's one thing to be taken hostage, another to be lashed to a sinking ship. So over Calhoun's objections, I decided to take certain steps.
What did you take?
I taught them how to use the guns they already had, how to strip and clean them, how to breathe when pulling a trigger, how to reload ammunition. They looked at me like I was some kind of a sorcerer. So I taught them how to make explosives and started drilling them on small unit tactics. If there's anything I learned as a follower of the apocalypse, it's that there's a lot of good information in old books.
Wow. What happened after you trained them?
Divide et impera. Divide and conquer. I led the Blackfoot against the Ridgers, their weakest enemy. When they refused to surrender, I ordered every man, woman, and child killed. When next we surrounded the Kaibabs, and they likewise refused, I took one of their envoys to the Ridgers' village and showed him the corpse piles. This was new for the tribes, you see. They played at war, raiding each other, a little rape and pillage here, a little ransoming there. I showed them total warfare. Like I said, there's a lot you can learn from old books.
What happened to the tribe?
Kaibabs joined me, and the Fredonians after that.
Are they all named Bobs?
All the pissant tribes with names that should be forgotten. I knew from the start I'd need to eradicate this plague of tribal identities, replacing them with a monolithic culture, a uniform identity. So that's what I did once my confederation of tribes was large enough. I crowned myself Caesar and created a single great tribe, my legion. I sent Calhoun, the follower captured with me, back west with a message that I should not be interfered with. Joshua Graham, the Mormon interpreter, stayed with me and served as my first legatus.
Since forming the Legion, all you've done is conquer other tribes?
That's right. Decades of warfare, absorbing lesser tribes, gathering power, forging the dross into a vast, razor-sharp scythe. My Legion's expansion has never ceased. Much of the Utah and Colorado and all of Arizona and New Mexico are mine. We have cities of our own, but nothing compared to Vegas. Finally, my Legion will have its Rome.
Okay, talk about something else.
What else did you want to know?
Why is the Legion so strange?
I used Imperial Rome as the model for my Legion precisely because it was so foreign, so alien. I'd seen what had become of the NCR's attempts to emulate the culture of pre-war America, the infighting, the corruption. Rome was a highly militarized autocracy that effectively integrated the foreign cultures it conquered. It dedicated its citizens to something higher than themselves, to the idea of Rome itself. In Rome, I found a template for a society equal to the challenges of the post-apocalyptic world, a society that could and would survive, a society that could prevent mankind from fracturing and destroying itself in this new world by establishing a new Pax Romana.
What does Pax Romana mean?
It means a nationalist, imperialist, totalitarian, homogenous culture that obliterates the identity of every group it conquers. Long-term stability at all cost. The individual has no value beyond his utility to the state, whether as an instrument of war or production.
So you destroy the NCR because you hate its ineffectiveness?
No. I'll destroy it because it's inevitable that it be destroyed. It's Hegelian dialectics, not personal animosity.
Hegelian dialectics. What are those? Something you don't understand? Ho ho!
How do I put this basically enough? It's a philosophical theory, the kind you might encounter if you took time to read some books. The fundamental premise is to envision history as a sequence of dialectical conflicts.
Right.
Each dialectic begins with a proposition, a thesis, which inherently contains or creates its opposite, an antithesis. Thesis and antithesis. The conflict is inevitable, but the resolution of the conflict yields something new, a synthesis, eliminating the flaws in each, leaving behind common elements and ideas.
Right. So what's dialectic about you and the
bombs
NCR?
wiped the slate clean. Human civilization descended to a level of ignorance that effectively set our cultural progress back to zero. The NCR has all the problems of the ancient Roman Republic. Extreme bureaucracy, corruption, extensive senatorial infighting.
Sure, buddy.
Just as with the ancient Republic, it is natural that a military force should conquer and transform the NCR into a military dictatorship. Thesis and antithesis. The Colorado River is my Rubicon. The NCR Council will be eradicated, but the new synthesis will change the Legion as well, from a basically nomadic army to a standing military force that protects its citizens and the power of its dictator.
Talk about something else. What is that machine in your
It's called
tent?
an autodoc.
Or why is
As
that?
the name suggests, it's an automated physician, more or less. He can treat broken bones, cuts, punctures, scrapes. Sometimes I bestow its use upon someone I favor. Makes for a powerful gift in a culture that forbids painkillers and is largely ignorant of medical science.
Okay, I'm still working on the boomers.
I expect results sooner rather than later.
That's crazy, dude. I don't give a shit. So goddamn stupid. Oh, Rome, the NCR's so dumb. Oh, we're so much better. Fuck off.
Aw, just when the standing around was getting exciting.
Follow the yellow brick road. Follow the yellow brick, follow the yellow brick, follow the yellow brick road. Follow, 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 follow the yellow brick road. Okay. So next we gotta go to the boomers for the main stuff. So we're just gonna hop into Camp McCarn. Yeehaw! Yeehaw! So we're gonna do these bounties. So tired again. Not as tired as I was last episode, but exhausted nonetheless. Aradesh, he was in Fallout 1 before the NCR was. Before the NCR was the NCR, but rather when it was just Shady Sands. Rest in peace, Shady Sands. Okay, I'm not going to enlist the hell with the snipers because they always blow up the head, and the whole point of the bounties is that you should keep the head for extra money. Not that I need the money, but in your Odyssey with that Assassin's Creed reference. I'm just kidding. Assassin's Creed Odyssey is garbage, dude. Garbage. Okay, let's go talk to. Oh, hello.
Hey.
Engineer. Hello, I'm the engineer. Betsy, Sterling, Bitterroot. Wow.
I'm Lieutenant Gorobets, 1st Recon. If you're looking to collect a bounty, you should talk to Major Daughtry.
Talking about the 1st Recon.
We're the finest sniper outfit in the whole NCR. If you need a bullet put into a target's eye from 800 yards away, you call us. Some of my team aren't without their share of scars, though, like Betsy and Sterling.
What's wrong with Betsy?
Cook, one of the fiends, ambushed her and 10 of spades. They both managed to escape, but not before Cook raped her.
Oh.
Betsy shrugged it off like it was nothing, but her behavior keeps getting worse. Always making passes at every woman who wanders by. It's inappropriate for anyone at 1st Recon to behave that way. I could discipline her, but I'd rather she get medical help.
Oh. Happened to
Corporal
Sterling.
Sterling was an NCR ranger until he was captured by the Legion. They tortured him pretty badly. He wasn't able to be a ranger after that, but his eyes are still sharp, so I had him transferred to 1st Recon.
About the 1st Recon.
We're the finest sniper outfit in the whole NCR. If you need a bullet put into a target's eye from 800 yards away, you call us.
Okay. The NCR usually offer bounties on people?
If they've proven hard to kill, yes. Whatever it takes to get the job done, even if it means hiring help from outside the military.
I can talk to Betsy about getting medical help if you
I'd
want.
appreciate it. As her CO, I could order her to get help, but I'd have her agree with the idea.
Okay. Okie dokie. I don't hurt anymore.
Morning.
Where's the ace of spades? The ace of spades. The ace of spades. The ace of spades. The ace of
Nelson's
spades.
back in our hands. I hope we can defend it this time.
The ace of spades. The ace of spades. Hello, Steve.
Howdy. Name's Sterling, 1st Recon. Can't say I've seen you before. I'd remember if I had.
Oh, remember everyone who passes through you?
Got a good memory for faces, landmarks and such too. Comes with practice, that's all, and a lot of scouting from place to place.
Oh, interesting rifle you have there. Lever action, right?
I call her the Long Carabine. Didn't always have the scope. I added that myself. Been shooting with her so long, couldn't bring myself to toss her away. Would have felt guilty to part with the old girl. The other snipers used bolt action, but Gorobets reckoned it didn't matter none if I was different, so long as I can hit my targets.
You always been with the 1st Recon?
Used to be a ranger. One of the first they sent out east back before we took the dam. Observation and reconnaissance. We took the lay of the land, checked out the locals, and kept ourselves inconspicuous. A couple friends of mine were the first to scout the dam. That was back in '73, if I recall. A lot of those rangers are dead now. Vegas always chewed men up. It's just a little more literal nowadays.
Why'd you leave the Rangers?
Well, That wasn't really a matter of choice. Got myself caught by legionaries up near Malpay. They had themselves some fun with me. Mangled my hands and feet pretty good. Wasn't much good with the pistol after that. Wasn't gonna be trekking across the waste on any more long scouts either.
How did you manage to escape Malpay? You probably said
Caesar's
it, but I was
boys
not
figured I wasn't
paying
going
attention to the
anywhere after what
pronunciation.
they'd done to me. So they didn't bother tying me up. I crawled out of there on my elbows and knees. Must have looked a sight. Then I rolled down an embankment into the Colorado. Guess I had a mind to drown rather than give Caesar's boys the satisfaction of killing me. But a couple rangers happened to be watching from across the river. They jumped on in and pulled me out of there. Lucky break, they said.
How long have you been stationed here?
Going on 6 months now, but I reckon we'll be moving out soon enough. Can't talk about the details. Till then, we'll man the towers and keep an eye on the fiends. We've had more than our share of trouble from their direction. Whole thing smells of Caesar to me. Of course, that's just guesswork. But I'd still bet a few caps he's stirring up the locals against us.
I have to go now.
Always a pleasure.
My people need me.
We won't go quietly. The Legion can count on that.
Yeah. Hurts. Hello,
I'm
Bitterroot.
Bitterroot, first recon. You got a reason to talk?
You have an unusual name.
You trying to start trouble? Or do you really not know where I got that name?
I mean to offend, you don't have to tell me if you'd rather not.
It's a con name. You know, the great cons. That's what my parents were. I figured I grew up around the bastards.
Yeah.
They owed me a name after all they put me through.
Happened to your bears?
They're dead. Got themselves killed at Bitter Springs. Served them right, if you ask me.
You know what happened to them at Bitter Springs?
It was a massacre. That's what a lot of NCR folk will tell you. Most of them feel plenty bad about what happened. But I was there. Saw it myself. I don't care what anybody says. The cons asked for Bitter Springs. They wouldn't leave the NCR be. My damn parents, too. They were just as bad as the rest.
Well, you mean that, do you?
Don't I? Mister, you never met my parents. My dad, he got himself fucked up every chance he got. Always started with folk for no reason. Hell, he was the one who taught me to shoot. You know how? By taking pot shots at NCR, and not just soldiers. Civilians, too. Even kids. Then he'd get high with his buddies and swap tales about the folk they killed. Bunch of animals. And my mom? A couple of times she tried to sell me to some waster just to score some jet. Even the other cons said she was useless. Only reason they kept her around was because she was a... How'd my dad say it? A smoking piece of ass.
Huh. Classy. So your name comes from
You're
Bitter
not
Springs?
fully grown till you're taking a beat down. Everybody gathers around and hits you till you're damn near dead. After that, if you haven't begged for mercy, you get to choose a new name. One you'll use for the rest of your life. When NCR slaughtered the cons at Bitter Springs, I hadn't got my beat down yet. I was still too young. Way I see it, Bitter Springs was my beat down. So afterward, I gave myself a name. It's all I got from the cons. It's all I ever want.
How'd you survive the massacre?
Guess I could tell a pretty good story if I had a mind. But the truth is, I don't know. Just got lucky. They brought me to Daughtry after the battle. He was just a captain back then. Guess he saw something in me. Knew I didn't belong with the cons. Maybe he felt bad, too. About how his men killed my folks. I told him he did me a service, but he didn't believe me. Still doesn't. He's a good man, Daughtry. Doesn't act like it sometimes, I know. But he didn't have to take me in.
Now tell me something. You couldn't have forgotten the whole massacre.
It's like I tell Major Daughtry. Best not to look under a rock if you don't really want to know what's there. Could be that NCR found some blood on me and none of it mine. Could be that a few of those cons didn't die from NCR bullets. I had scores of my own to settle. Deeper ones than NCR ever had. Don't bother asking who they were with.
Okay. Not too friendly,
Guess
are ya?
not. I don't mean nothing by it. You really want to talk to somebody, try 10 of spades. He's always got plenty to say. Me? I'm here to do my job. For now, that job is shooting fiends.
How long have you been with the first recon?
While, I guess. I don't keep too careful track of time. I like to keep things simple. Just focus on now. That's why they made me a sniper. You let your mind wander back a ways and you lose sight of what's in front of your eyes. Good way to miss a mark.
Your father is your commanding officer? Is that allowed?
Yeah, look. He's not my real father. He just looked after me for a while. It's a long story. And I'd get tired of talking before it was through. It's like I told you.
What do you know about the Great Khans?
They're scum. Lazy, trumped-up raiders. Most of the time they're drunk or high, and when they're not shooting chems, they're selling them. Used to have a settlement up at Bitter Springs till they pissed off NCR and got slaughtered for their trouble. A lot of us got killed at Bitter Springs. A lot of them, I mean. My parents died, too.
Okay. Where's everybody else? Where'd they go?
Nelson's back.
Oh, the tennis. I thought you said
Hey, my
Ace of
man.
Spades.
Ten of spades.
Oh, yeah, Ace
First
of
recon
Spades.
sharpshooter at your service.
I heard about what happened to Corporal Betsy.
The LT told you about that? Shit, man. That's shit.
Tell me about what happened.
It was my fault. See, I was knocked out when it happened. That big guy sneaked up on us. I let Betsy down.
You were unconscious. How could you have done anything?
Shit, you sound like the LT. I should have woken up. I shouldn't have gotten knocked out in the first place. That shit was my fault. I don't want to talk about it anymore, all right?
Why do you think you let Betsy down?
She's my goddamn partner. See, we work in pairs. We spot for each other, watch each other's backs. Nobody wanted to work with me. They said I was too green, but Betsy volunteered. Shit, you don't even know how big a deal that is. She trusts her life to the newbie, and I sit here and let her get raped by that piece of shit.
Okay.
Yeah, the LT shouldn't have brought that shit up. Not with civvies, anyway. Ain't right.
Betsy... You alright?
Oh, yeah, fine. Just a little stutter. Had it since I was a kid. Doesn't stop me from kicking ass.
Fucking, are you sure? I'm sure it doesn't.
Damn right.
Ten of Spades, where'd you get that name?
The LT. Gorobets gave it to me. See, I wanted to be Ace of Spades, but the LT says, sorry, kid, you're too green. So he calls me 10 instead. It's okay, though. I get a few more kills under my belt. He'll move me up to Jack. Jack of Spades. Sounds better, right? I keep at it. Eventually, I'll make it to Ace. Think I'll skip Queen, though.
How long have you been a sharpshooter?
Shit. Long as I can remember. Had a rifle in my hand since I was 3. That's what my dad always says. Learned to shoot on our ranch, way west of here. Same as the LT. He's a farm kid, too.
You enlisted in the military.
Oh, they recruited me, what, a year ago? Taught me to kick even more ass than before. These guys, they really know how to kick some ass.
How do you do around here?
Kicking ass. Mostly kicking ass. See, we're watching the perimeter right now, looking for those fiends to come back. When they show their faces, that's when we go to work. One shot, one kill. That's the first recon way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which is one of...
With House dead, we'll have Vegas annexed before the year's out. Too bad about Chief Hanlon.
Pretty sure it's like one other
He did
dude.
what he thought was best for us.
But I don't
One of the
know
Ranger
where,
vets looked...
so I'm just gonna...
Never seen you around before.
You seen any serious combat
Not
here?
unless you count the fiends as serious. Gorobets keeps us inside the fence most of the time. Doesn't matter to me. I just shoot bad guys.
Crazy.
Sooner or later, they'll move us out to the...
What do you mean?
Legion fights to win. And they're smart. Hell of a lot smarter than these crazy fiends. But I don't feel bad about shooting Legion boys. Fiends, on the other hand, sometimes I get pangs of conscience. Not often, but sometimes.
First I've heard about conscience in a while.
Yeah, doesn't sound like me at all, right? But it happens. Some cute little junkie bitch, so fucked up she doesn't even know that she's the bad guy. And I've got a headshot her. Makes me think. Might just be sex, though. I see some cute little number, and I'd rather get in her pants. So maybe I'm a stone-cold bitch after all.
No thanks.
What gave me away?
You sniper?
The big gun, the shades, or the attitude?
I didn't know that all snipers wear shades.
They don't. Only the good ones do. My partner's got some potential, so I let him wear those goofy glasses. I tell him they're his training shades. He totally buys it. Truth is, his eyes just suck.
Who's your partner?
The little guy. 10 of spades. I like him because he listens. Doesn't shut up the rest of the time, but when I talk, he listens. Also, he doesn't pull any stupid come-ons, like practically every other horn dog alpha male on this base. Might be he's just scared of me, though.
Snipers work in pairs?
Yeah. We spot for each other, watch each other's backs. Usually works pretty well, unless you get paired up with an asshole. Thing is, there's a lot of assholes in the Army. I keep hoping they'll pair me up with some hot blonde like you see on those old pinups. Shit, I don't even care if she can shoot straight. Can't have everything.
Okay, you should get medical help for your trauma.
The lieutenant's been talking to you, hasn't he? Look, I don't need a head doctor. I'm first recon, damn it. You don't see the others crying about every little bruise and scrape, do you?
You're weak. That's... Mental trauma can slow you down or distract you, but it's treatable, just like any bullet wound.
Just another injury to take care of, huh? Well, when you put it that way. All right. You can tell the lieutenant I finally caved.
Oh, that
There's
was
a Dr.
easy.
Usanagi who's supposed to be good at this sort of thing.
Okay.
To me, and I just about surrendered.
Hello,
What can I do for you?
bits. I'm expected to get help.
I wish someone with your medical training had come along sooner. I think she'll actually stick with the treatment because of what you said. I was afraid that Betsy wouldn't go for long-term treatment because she didn't want to look bad in front of the rest of the squad. You settled that. Do me a favor and let Usanagi know Corporal Betsy is coming. I'd like to make sure the medical clinic has time for her.
Okay.
We won't go quietly.
A platoon of veteran rangers is like a tactical nuke, only tougher to
We
scare.
put our trust in Hanlon and look where it got us. Makes you
Yes,
wonder
yes.
if we can trust anyone at all.
Hanlon Poopy Head, right? Hey yo, I wanna shoot, baby, shoot, shoot the whoop.
Hey.
You're back.
Corporal Betsy from First Recon will be coming to you for
Mental trauma can be just as debilitating as physical injuries. Fortunately, I'm well qualified in such treatment. I'll make time in my schedule.
Okay. Alright, now let's go murderize El Fiendo. El Fiendo. Teehee, teehee, teehee. Tee. Okay, nope, not go. This is gonna go. Get that driver in the fire. We're gonna murderize this. Driver in the fire. We're gonna murderize this. Driver. Got to re-equip my weapon. My weapon. My weapon. Where's my... There it is. Let's murderize driver in the fire. Driver in the fire. Driver in the fire. Let's murderize driver in the fire. Murder him real good. Let's murderize driver in the fire. Driver in the fire. Driver in the fire. Let's murderize driver in the fire. Yeah, it's very rude of you. But if I don't want to be blown. That's gross. Let's murderize driver in a fire, cause he sucks. Let's murderize driver in a fire, driver in a fire, driver in a fire. Let's go to murderize driver in a fire, or is it driver Neffy? It doesn't matter all that much, all that much, all that much. It doesn't matter all that much. How do you pronounce his name? Boom. It doesn't matter, cause he'll be, cause he'll be, cause he'll be. It doesn't matter, cause he'll be dead as a doornail. I hope you liked my song. I worked very hard on it. Hey yo, DN. You wanna get destroyed? And then I can take your head.
I'm gonna make you scream.
Oh, what were you gonna do? You saying something? I just killed driver in a fire, driver in a fire, driver in a fire. I just murdered driver in a fire. He wasn't difficult. These people don't know how to kill, don't know how to kill, don't know how to kill. These people don't know how to kill, cause they're stupid. Yo, Adrian, it's me, Rocky. I've murdered driver in a fire. This isn't the Rocky voice. This isn't even a voice. What is this? What the fuck am I doing here? What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. Cause I'm a freak. I'm a weirdo. What am I doing here? I don't belong here. Hey, Major! Hey, Boo Boo! Smarter than your average man!
Got any more good news?
Yeah, better spring them, though.
Yeah, I was there. I was Captain Daughtry then. That whole situation was a mess and could easily have been avoided with good intel. The major in charge at the time made a bad call. He thought Bitter Springs was full of Great Khan raiders, so we surrounded the place. By the time any of us realized there were civilians down there, women and children, shooting had already started. The major froze up at the news, and we couldn't get another word out of him. I took over and salvaged the situation as best I could. For my effort, I was promoted to major. Not quite the way I'd have wanted it.
Yeah. How about the Great Khan?
We know they supply the fiends with illegal chems, but they never stick around in NCR territory for long. They know the land and move quick. There's talk from time to time about taking out their base at Red Rock Canyon, but nothing ever comes of it. The Great Khans are tough fighters. If we ever did go up against them on their home turf, we'd win. The casualties would be high.
You're your Bitterroot's father.
Adoptive father, yes. I was very proud when he made first recon. I know that every time I send them out, I could be sending him to his death. But if it's not me, it'll be somebody else. At least this way I get one more chance to see him.
What do you know about the fiends?
Pack of drugged-out killers. They're addicted to every stim, every pill, every psychoactive enema on this fucked up earth.
Okay, bounty claim.
Well, well, well. Driving the Phi. Nothing to say, you son of a bitch? No tips on my golf swing? Lost a lot of good men to this psychopath. Morale's gonna be better now that he's gone. Here's the bounty I promised. I guess we can send first recon down to Camp Forlorn Hope. They need all the help they can get there. That's 2 psychopaths dead. If you can bring down the 3rd, there's a bonus in it for you.
Alright, I'll go up to Cook.
One thing I should tell you about Cook. Piece of shit is pure animal. He raped one of my snipers, and that makes this personal. Also, he's got a flamethrower, and he's damn good with it. From what I hear, he either rapes or burns every living thing he gets his hands on.
Oh.
Only one man's gotten close to killing him, and that's Little Buster. So he says, anyway. Maybe it's bullshit, but I'd still ask him about it.
Who's Little Buster?
Bounty hunter. Talks big. But he's still alive, so he can't be completely full of shit. I think he's out in the yard waiting to claim a...
Anything else I should know?
Just bring me back that last...
Okay. Driver Nefad, yeah, driver Nefad. What the fuck are you doing? Sucking its dick?
Yep, I'm still here.
Supposed to be famous or something?
Well, shit. Feel free to stick a knife in the old ego. Thought I made a name for myself around here. Guess that's as good a reason as any to quit this stinking trade. No glory. No easy money, no women, and no glory.
You said no
Shit.
glory twice.
I'd settle just for the women.
Why does Daughtry owe you caps?
Because I killed a couple of marks for him, that's why. You ever hear of Jackson? Or Night
No.
Terror?
No. Take it they were fiends?
Damn right they were. They were good, too. Till I popped a couple shells in their assholes. Bam. Dead. Finished. Over.
Oh.
See, somebody gives me a job, I do it. Maybe I complain.
How long have you been a bounty hunter?
Oh, shit, I don't know. Gotta be at least a month. Longer than I last at most jobs.
Oh. With a lot of different trades?
Oh, yeah. A lot. Like before I was a bounty hunter, I worked as a caravan guard. You'd think that was a cakewalk, right? Wrong. Crazy bastards expected me to wake up at dawn. Forget it. It's about 2 hours after this guy hits the sack. And I need at least 10, 12 hours of sleep to do my job. Price of excellence.
No, a few kindness
Well, hey,
myself.
field's wide open now that I'm gone. Probably lots of people looking to get in once they hear I quit.
Fuck. What are you gonna do now?
Simple. Gonna make myself some easy money. I got a plan. Once I get my caps from Daughtry, I'm going to head on over to Gomorrah and win big at cards.
Oh, sure
There's
you
not
will.
as many people playing at Gomorrah, so that means I've got better odds of winning big. I got
Is that
this
how that
figured out.
works? Why'd you quit the trade?
See, I thought the bounty hunting trade would be easy money, but it turns out it's hard work, so screw it. Also, I ran into this Mark who was a little too tough for me. I mean, I could have taken him. But with this guy, it might have cost me some bad burns or an ass rape. I'm all for risking my life, but I'm a little sensitive about my asshole.
Okay. Your doctor said I should ask you about...
The rapist with the flamethrower? Yeah, that's a combination I stay the fuck away from. I was stalking him for a while. Real good at that. Watching people from where they can't see me, you know? Only one thing I learned about that asshole. Keeps a bunch of Brahmins. Most of them he roasts whenever he feels like it. But there's one. Must be his pet or some shit. Doesn't let anybody near that Brahmin. Somebody puts a bullet in her, I bet that'd piss him off good. Might make him careless, too.
I have to go now. Alright. I guess that's enough for today. Thank you for watching.
Wilson's back in our hands. Hope we
Cool.
can defend it this time.
If you liked it, hit the like button and the subscribe button and all that stuff. Blah, blah, blah.
Just about surrendered.
Wah, wah, wah. Boo, 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 boo.
One of the Ranger vets looked at me and I just about surrendered.
Thanks for watching. Bye, freaks. Love you.